Time for us to head to Golden Rivers football, and it was a great start last week and some big surprises. It was Lions and Tigers taking each other on at McCorner, and it was Tigers who got up 11-6-72 to the Hay Footy Club 8-12-60. A good match of football played there too by both sides. Murrabit to kick 16-7, 103 to beat Ultima 8-8-56. A bit of a changing of the guard may be happening in Golden Rivers, and this one may be an indication of it. Very slow start to the season for the highly credentialed Blue and Whites. The Devereaux booted 3 for them. Fox and Seton Stewart were the better players. It was Harvey booting 6 and Keane 5 for Murrabit, and Danson and Keane the better players. While it was Nulliwill 18-18, 126 to beat Quambatook 7-7-49. They unfurled their premiership flag from 2019. On hand was Golden Rivers board member Zoe Ferrier. She presented the premiership flag from 2019 to President Wade Humphreys and the life member Ron Pollington and coach Kyle Doran from that premiership winning season of 2 years ago. Great stuff there by the Nulliwill Footy Club, and they'll be pleased to start their season with a good win over Quambatook. Was 18-18 to 7-7, and the better players on the day there for Nulliwill. It was a great effort from Farmer. He booted 7 and Quigley 3, Casey 3, while a good effort from Lampy. He booted 3 for Quambatook, and Lampy, Scown and Bradbury were the better players on the afternoon. Over to the final game. This was the big upset for many. Mullameen 16-9, 105 to beat Wandella 13-18, 96. As Mullameen tried to climb into the 4 back in 2019, the side that they just couldn't seem to beat, Wandella, just had their edge, and it was always Nulliwill, and not only Nulliwill but Ultima and Wandella in that season that kept Mullameen really at bay. But this time around, they've started the season away at Bomberland with a win and a 9-point thrilling victory for the Swannies, and they will be buoyed by that, and they're building a good side, I think, towards finals football this year. We started with a good first quarter where they outclassed Wandella, and after that they just never were headed, albeit that Wandella fought back in the second half, kicking 9 goals to 5, but it wasn't enough. Kygren with 3 for Wandella, but on the other side it was A. Silver with 6 and M. Mawson 5, and D. Arsman, A. Silver and B. Fordham were the better players for the Swans on the day. Robinson played well for Mullameen. It brings us to this week's matches, and in round 2 action we're going to see some terrific football in Golden Rivers, because coming out to play after last week will be the Hay Footy Club and Wandella. They take each other on out at Hay, and I'll tell you what, both sides after a loss in the first round won't want to be zipping too. Hay, I think, can win this at home. They play much better. Obviously the travelling distance for Wandella and the early part of the season to do the travel is going to hit them pretty hard. Mind you, they haven't played footy for a long time, so I don't think anybody minds a bit of travel right now. Hay, I think, can get up and beat Wandella. Mullameen take on Murrabit. What a game this is. Both sides come off very, very good wins last week, and at home at Mullameen, the Swannies against across the river Murrabit. Murrabit will come over there, and they will be very, very confident after a great win over Ultima last week. Maybe Murrabit can beat the Swans here, albeit the home deck should be an advantage for the New South Wales side. Quambatook at home against McCorner, and Quambatook need to get a win. They've got some good recruits in their side. Were credible last week, but I think McCorner can win. And Ultima play Nulliwill, and if ever Ultima at home on the Blue and White Park can beat their arch rival, the Maroon, well, I don't know. I think the Nulliwill folk will come across and visit Ultima, and will be celebrating with a big win for them, but it is going to be a really good round 2 action of Golden Rivers footy.